So not too long ago, the brand of Gucci came out with Gucci Guilty Elixir. Of course, they jumped on the Elixir bandwagon, and it all kind of started with Dior Sauvage Elixir, and then of course Paco Rabanne got on board and YSL got on board. Well, Dua recreated Gucci Guilty Elixir, which is on the pricey side of things, well over $100. Here we have Elixir of His Guilt. I'm going to be letting you know about this inspiration, how close I think it is to the original, and all that good stuff, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's video and I tell you all about Elixir of His Guilt by the Dua brand, which is a clone of Gucci Guilty Elixir, I'll compare it to the original, performance, longevity. I'll go over all of these pertinent attributes in just a little while. But before I start the video, I want to mention that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and also give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. So, at the baseline of it, this is an orange blossom based fragrance. There's also vanilla and patchouli and benzoin and ambrofix and nutmeg and pepper and a bunch of other ingredients. But really, this is kind of like the sweet orange blossom vanillic almond type of a fragrance. And I say almond because inevitably it has gotten compared to the likes of Pegasus by Parfum de Marly, which is kind of a niche version of Hypnotic Poison by Christian Dior. So if you want to look at it that way, this is kind of like the masculine version, if you will, of Hypnotic Poison by Christian Dior. In any case, I'm going to be talking about the Dua alternative, which is significantly more inexpensive at a more concentrated concentration, extrait de parfum. But let's start things off with a quick look at the presentation first. Now, right in the opening of this fragrance, you are going to get this orange blossom, iris, and of course there's also osmanthus in here, but really sitting at the helm is that orange blossom ingredient. Now, it does have these citric values that you're going to get in the opening, so it opens up with a little bit of freshness. It's not a bergamot bomb like a lot of other designer fragrances are, but you are going to get this sweet, creamy, smooth, slightly floral, yet also masculine orange blossom fragrance. The vanilla in here is very warm, and that's because it's compounded with the note of benzoin, which is a type of resin of biblical origins, also known as gum benjamin, and it has this medicinal quality about it with a vanillic overtone. So it has this sweetness to it, but it's warm, it's rich, it's thick, it's balsamic, and it has all of these really warm attributes, which I think are really nice, really heavenly. So you do have a touch of floral, touch of sweetness, touch of spiciness. Nutmeg isn't really spicy. The pepper in here gives it a little bit of edge, a little bit of charisma, but it's still all about that orange blossom and almond-like personality. There's no almond listed in the note breakdown. There's no heliotrope listed in the note breakdown. And heliotrope is a floral ingredient that gives off the smell of almond. So I was expecting to see at least one of those in here, but they're not. And of course, I'm also referring to the original because the inspiration has pretty much the same note breakdown. What I can say about this is, my goodness, it's like 98% similar to the original. I can't tell you the exact percentage. I don't have a GCMS at home. I can't reverse engineer it. I can't give you a lab analysis with the exact numerical percentage of accuracy on it. But all I can say is that it smells like the same darn thing. It really does. I mean, if you're wearing the Dua counterpart, you're going to smell it in the air and get the impression that somebody is wearing either Gucci Guilty Elixir, or if you have experience with Pegasus by Parfum de Marly, you might have the impression that somebody is wearing Pegasus by Marly as well. But ultimately, this is incredibly close. And this is one of the things that I really admire and appreciate about the Dua brand versus a lot of other clone houses, I suppose, is that one, they go after some fragrances that are not cloned as often. Of course, you have the Aventuses and the Baccarat Rouges and all of these other really popular fragrances to clone, Santal 33, so on and so forth. But people are rarely cloning some really high-end designer fragrances unless it's something really common like a Mont Blanc Legend or a Bleu de Chanel or a Dior Sauvage or an Acqua di Gio. But especially considering the fact that this came out, you know that they had to work in overtime and overdrive in order to bring this to the market. So I really enjoy Gucci Guilty Elixir. I don't think it's a compliment beast that the original Gucci Guilty is. Gucci Guilty, the intense version, Gucci Guilty Black, all of those are amazing when it comes to compliments. This one, and now of course the Dua counterpart, a little bit more on the artistic side of things. Nevertheless, fantastic recreation. Try it if you can. All of the links are going to be down below. Not affiliate links, not a sponsored video, but I do want to make it accessible for my subscribers at home. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. So first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, so it's not a unique fragrance because it is an inspiration, but the overall smell, really pleasant, a little bit more on the artistic side of things, but it's not anything like Gucci Guilty Oud or Gucci Guilty Absolute. Those are on the daring side of things. This is artistic without being daring. Longevity on the Dua, of course, is about 10 plus hours. It is extrait de parfum, 33% concentration of aromatic compounds, if I'm remembering correctly. And the projection is fantastic for the first hour and a half of application. It does push out beyond an arm's length. It becomes an elbow's length scent right around hour 8, a skin scent right around hour 10. In terms of the versatility, masculine leaning, I suppose. Unless you make that connection with Dior's Hypnotic Poison, then you're going to be convinced that it's feminine leaning. But again, these are just recommendations. Wear what you like, wear what makes you happy. Great for the colder weather because it performs so well, but I can wear this in the spring too, especially if it's a chilly evening, because of the orange blossom and floral ingredients usually evoke the spring for me. Great for dressed up scenarios. Because of the price tag, I would say you can wear this one casually as well. And I think this one would appeal to anybody of any age. As far as the presentation is concerned, pretty cool graphic here on the front with a guy looking out into a scene of green. Kind of reminds me of Gatsby at the end of his dock looking out at the green light, but it's probably AI generated, I'm not sure. My final verdict on Elixir of His Guilt by the Dua brand is it's the most accurate clone of Gucci Guilty Elixir on the market right now. If you don't have the disposable income to pay for a bottle of Gucci Guilty Elixir de Parfum Pour Homme is the full name or the full title of it, then please, at the very least, try the Dua counterpart. It's amazing. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you took something of value from today's review. If you did, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm as well. Thank you again for watching. Love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.